Welcome to our new cast. Have you ever worried about the environment when it comes to international exchange of goods? That is everything that affects the environment to make you have a hot good coffee on your table, a delicious breakfast prepared, and the clothes you wear daily. Today, we have a special coverage of an important development in international trade regulations. The European Union has approved new regulations that will force companies to comply with the environmental and human rights standards in their supply chains. We have a panel of experts to go deeper into the subject with Mariana. My mate Mariana, what does this change imply to the companies?
Good evening, Nitzia. This represents a significant shift. The measure requires companies operating in the European Union to monitor all stages of their supply chain, including production and transportation, to prevent labor rights abuses and reduce environmental impact. The initiative aims not only to protect workers, but also to foster a more sustainable industry. What is most notable about this initiative is that it aims not only to improve working conditions in factories or production sites, but also to create a more responsible and sustainable industry as a whole. This means that companies will need to demonstrate greater transparency in their practices and adopt measures to ensure both the well-being of their employees and the protection of the environment. Ultimately, this is a push for a more ethical economic model where profitability is not the only factor to consider, but also respect for human rights and long-term sustainability. Without a doubt, it poses a challenge for many companies, especially those with complex and globalized supply chains. But it also opens up an opportunity for those already committed to social and environmental responsibility. This expanded version provides a more detailed explanation, highlighting both the social and environmental impacts of the measure and placing it in a broader global context.
Okay, it sounds like an ambitious regulation, David. From an environmental perspective, what impact could it have?
Hello, my name is Carlos, Environmental Analytics. Exactly, Juan. This regulation will encourage companies to adopt environmentally friendly practice, as they must ensure that their operations do not generate serious damage to the environment. This includes the use of sustainable material emission reduction and waste management. It is hoped that this will drive change and we will have cleaner and more planet-friendly environments.
Okay, interesting, David. Now, Odette, tell us how it impacts to human rights.
Thank Nitzia. For this perspective, this measure is crucial for improving working conditions in developing countries, where many large companies source their materials or their produced goods. And with this regulation, EU aims to ensure fair working conditions, prevent exploitation, low wages, and guarantee workplace safety. Ultimately, this could raise global standards for labor rights.
This question is directed to our mate Maritza. Maritza, could we see significant economic repercussions?
Definitely, Nitzia, there will be additional costs for companies in implementing these controls, but it is believed that the long-term value will be greater. Companies that comply could be more valued by consumers who are increasingly seeking ethical and sustainable products.
Helnitia. I would also like to mention that this new European Union regulation has an impact that goes below its borders. although it's designed for companies that are within the European Union. It affects their entire global network of suppliers. This means that companies from countries in Latin America, Asia, and Africa will have to adapt to meet the required standards or risk losing contracts with large European corporations. The European Union seeks to position itself as a world leader in corporate responsibility. This move may also lead to trade tension with countries that don't prioritize the same environmental or labor standards, as some may perceive it as a designed trade barrier. However, it could also inspire positive change in other regions. It said that the USA and Canada could follow a similar path. This could lead to global harmonization of standards, benefiting both workers and the environment. Finally, this effort enforces key ideas. European consumers demanded ethical and sustainable.
Thank you to our special team. Thank you, Maritza, Carla, David, and Odette. Clearly, the European Union is pushing for a responsible economic model. We will continue to watch to see how this measure evolves and its global effects. We will back after a short